All right, Facebook pulled dozens of apparently fake accounts amid new concerns about Russian efforts to undermine the upcoming midterm elections. Facebook said yesterday it had deleted 32 accounts and pages possibly tied to a Kremlin-backed disinformation campaign. Many pages stoked political differences and racial tensions. Vladimir Duthier of our streaming network CBSN is following this unfolding story. Vlad, good morning.
Good morning. Facebook says the accounts were created between March 2017 and May 2018 by people who went to great lengths to hide their true identity. The company suggests the efforts to hack American democracy are not only ongoing, but they're getting more sophisticated. Many of the deleted pages inflamed divisions and encouraged Americans to turn on each other. An account called Re-Sisters even duped real people into organizing a protest in Washington, D.C. Billed as a sequel to the confrontations with white nationalists that took place last year in Charlottesville, Virginia. Violence that left one protester dead. In a conference call, Facebook COO Sheryl Sandberg said the D.C. protest, which is still planned for next week, prompted the company to act.
Security is an arms race. We face determined, well-funded adversaries who won't give up and who are constantly changing tactics.
Facebook couldn't link the fake pages to Russia with 100% certainty, but the digital trail appears to lead back to Moscow. Posts often contained grammatical errors characteristic of Russian speakers, according to security analysts working with Facebook. At one point, an administrator of the Re-Sisters page was an account linked to a Russian troll farm called the Internet Research Agency.
This isn't really a hack of Facebook. It's more of a hack of our minds.
Dan Patterson is a technology reporter at CNET. Why is it so hard for Facebook to identify whether or not it is Russia in this particular instance?
The actors use what's called a VPN. That's a virtual private network. This makes it very difficult for forensic investigators to really determine down to a fine science who precisely was involved.
But lawmakers briefed by Facebook sounded convinced.
What we're looking at in social media is an effort by the Russians and potentially other adversaries to create social chaos, to divide America.
The National Security Council told CBS News it's coordinating the government-wide response to foreign interference in U.S. elections. Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen warned yesterday that cyber threats are now a bigger danger to the U.S. than physical attacks. So that's where we are.
Do we know if the government identified it to Facebook or whether Facebook identified it?
They're not. It's Facebook that identified it. The problem, of course, is that they're using these VPNs.
Yes.
And it's every time they try to identify it, they change locations, so it's hard to know exactly where they're coming from.
Yeah, it's a constantly changing weather front, right?
Indeed.
Thank you, Vlad.